that will have to do. I'm definitely like a little frazzled today, I'm not gonna lie. Appearance wise, I'm just a little frazzled in general. I feel like this is really high up today. Hi. I don't know if I should do a ponytail, a messy bun. I don't know what I'm feeling. Just trying to get situated right now. Olive's looking at me like I'm an idiot. Don't mind me. I wanted to come on here earlier today so that I can hop off around like 8:30 and get my workout in still. I'm trying to build my muscles. Okay. I don't even know if anyone's going to be here tonight. Oh, and I need to turn on. I didn't even know I had this. Okay, let's put on all. Hello, hello. Live. I might change it to subscriber only mode in a little bit, but I think for like right now I'm just gonna leave it as is, as I just can't be bothered. Pipes, yeah. Very small, narrow pipes. Let me know if you guys can hear too much outside noise and I'll close the window. I know some people said my mic picks it up, but yeah, I'll just close the window and turn on the fan. Well, that's very interesting. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. If people can behave themselves tonight, then I'm just going to leave the chat settings as is. If not, we'll put on a stricter chat. That's up to you guys. Not up to me. I think I'm going to grab my chair, though, so I can put my laptop there. Good. My puppies are pretty good, actually. They're sleeping and snoozing, and I think they're pretty happy that today is a lot cooler of a day because it's been quite hot lately, and yesterday was so muggy and humid. I was just like drenched in sweat all day. It was so gross. Not my vibe at all. You're okay, all. I'm actually following, I'm gonna put it in the chat. Veronica, I don't know how to say her last name. I'm following her 30-day workout challenge on YouTube, and it's been great. Hi, Chimmy. I don't have air conditioning. So I've been doing that. I'm going to be on day 9, so I don't do it every single day. Sometimes I'll do a walk day instead to give myself a break because it's pretty intense for me, actually. And sometimes I just take an actual day off, so I'll do like 2 in a row, take a day off kind of thing. But 9 workouts for like a 30-minute workout for somebody that used to like die during workouts. Yeah, it's amazing. I'm so happy that I don't faint anymore. I don't know what changed. Maybe it's my iron levels getting up, but I am very, very happy that I can actually like do weighted workouts again. And yes, I'm using like 5 to 8 pounds, but it's like a major, major accomplishment for me, and I'm very, very happy, and I'm sticking to it. So yeah. Oh, a troll, that's so cute. I don't know if you guys watched my video, recent one would be this pumpkin pie pillow. That's my most recent make. And then the little potion guy that's up there. I'm not going to get up and grab my plushies today, you guys. I don't want to, so I'm not going to. But yeah, it's been a really long time. What business are you starting with your sister? It's been a long time since I've live streamed, and so I was like, wow, I should probably come on here and do this again. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if people are getting like sick of me, or I'm not too sure. I feel like I'm trying to balance a lot of things right now, and I don't know. I'm using my evenings for editing rather than live streaming, so I changed my desk is still like across from me, but I just thought I want to be like comfy and cozy and sit on my chair again, and it's like sunny and early enough, so I thought I'd try again in this spot. So yeah, it is. It's actually like pretty intense. Like I'm used to, when I would do workouts before, it would be like 3 sets of 8 reps of whatever exercise I was doing, and it would be split like obviously like push, pull, leg day, that kind of thing. But in between each set, I would rest for like a minute, minute and a half, and like this is 30 minutes, like pretty much constant. Like you get a 15-second break between your 45 seconds on of doing it. So it's pretty intense for like just getting back in. I would not recommend if you have a condition like POTS and you're trying to get back into working out, definitely not. But yeah, I'm just glad I did it. Hi. Have I noticed any progress with what? You still have to learn how to do your slip knot? It's been like a month, Jimmy. I think my favorite thing that I've knit or crocheted is my Frankenstein back there. You can't really see him tonight, but probably him. I just think he's really cool. Yes. When I first started doing it, so when I did the leg day ones, I couldn't make it fully through all of the reps and all of the whole workout because my legs would just like cramp up really bad, and I didn't want to send myself into a flare up. So I kind of took it easy, but now I can get through a full one, and I feel totally fine after. I have no issues. It's literally, I never thought I would see the day. So I'm very, very, very happy about it. Hardest thing I've knit or crocheted? Honestly, I'd probably say a garment, like figuring out a garment. No, and I don't think Raptor's here anymore, so I don't think we're even gonna continue on with the octopus sweater, so. Hello, hello. Yes, I do drink a lot of water though, and I do drink electrolytes pretty often, so I do think I'm quite well hydrated, but my baseline is dehydrated, so. Yeah, it's really, I'm like, this is a big, and you know what, like it could be next week, all of this goes away and I start feeling terrible again, because that has happened before, but this is like huge progress in like the right direction, so I'm just really happy with that. I'm just focusing on that. And even if it's like, oh, okay, I got to skip like an intense workout today and just do a walk, at least I can do a freaking walk again, you know? So I'm happy with that. Anyways, I'm gonna work on my blanket tonight. I've added one more today because I filmed a little update reel today, but I'm gonna work on this. Is what my second channel. I only have one channel. I'm looking tired tonight. I am tired. I got up early today, guys, because I went and I fed a camel today. Can you believe that? I didn't even know camels lived in Canada, but I went and fed a camel. I would show you guys, but it's on my phone and you guys are on my phone right now. But it was ginormous, and my Nana has this like apple tree in her backyard that produces like the grossest apples ever. They're kind of like crab apples. I think it's like some weird hybrid tree. Anyways, it's not for like human consumption, like they're gross. No, I'm not a gym instructor, no. So we had a whole bag of apples, and my mom won tickets to this market at this farm. So we went there this morning, and they were like, yeah, bring the apples for the camel. He'll eat anything. So they're like, if you want to feed him, go for it. So we went over to the camel's where he was, and my mom was just throwing apples and feeding him, and he came right up and he was just eating apples from us. So it was really cool. Anybody else fed a camel before? Saw a lot of alpacas. They had really nice yarn there too from, I guess, the alpacas on the farm. And I was going to get some because it was actually really well priced. It was $20 per ball of yarn, and it was beautiful colors. I was going to get this bubblegum pink, and I was going to make a little sweater out of it. But then I was like, okay, I don't need it. I have very similar yarn in my stash right now that I'm trying to make a cardigan from. So I figure I would finish that. I could go back and get this yarn anytime, but it didn't pill, but it kind of like the fibers were quite loose and sometimes they pulled off, but yeah. Anyways, that's my little ramble for right now. What have you guys been up to? It's a pumpkin pie pillow. I didn't pet the camel. I was a little bit scared to get too close to him. His mouth was like literally right there, and his teeth were like you know, in camel mouth. And then he was just like chomping away, getting kind of spitty there. And I was like, I don't know if camels like spit on you or do anything. And he ate so many, I didn't know if he was gonna like burp on us or something. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna keep my distance from the camel, but I admired him. I'll put some clips in my next video that I post of the camel. Okay, I'm gonna put this away. I can go in my pillow pile. I just thought that was so random. I don't know what the purpose of a camel on your farm would be. Like, I don't know what they do. The pattern is from Eat, Pray, and Crochet. That's where the pattern is from. Eat, Pray, and Crochet. It's called the Cutie Pie Pillow, I think. It's either Cutie Pie or Sweetie Pie. I think it's Cutie Pie Pillow. I can link this Google Doc. And it has all my recommended Halloween patterns. Let me see. Copy the link. I think some people have them just to have them. Yes, alpacas for sure. And alpacas, you can shear them and you can get the yarn, whatever you want to call it, the fiber from them. My shirt is just olives. It's an olive shirt for my dog named Olive. But I don't know what a camel would do. I'm super old. I'm 61. Yeah, I look pretty good for a 61-year-old. Guys, I can't believe summer is like basically over. I do. I love olives. That's why my dog is Olive. You're 25. That's a good age. Frontal lobe should be developed, right? No more excuses for bad decisions, bad choices. Now that your brain should be fully functioning, as they say. It was kind of a weird summer though, wasn't it? Like, it didn't really feel like summer. Like, I don't know. It just didn't feel, it didn't give the vibe of like, wow, it's summertime, so exciting. And I had a whole month off of work. I don't know what was up. The vibes were just off this summer. I don't really care because I am obviously super duper looking forward to fall, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just because I didn't plan a lot of things this summer and I just wanted to kind of relax, and I did do that, so. Are you? I don't know. I feel like I'm just not a summer lover, but I feel like there's so many more things to look forward to in the fall, for sure. And like, I can't wait to not be sweating anymore. I can't wait to be wearing long sleeves and socks and sleep without the AC going, you know? That's true, I guess. Yeah, January to April, I agree. It can really drag. I mean, I don't mind it because I do love like the colder months, but there's not really a whole lot to like look forward to in that time. And then it's like, you know, September to December, it feels like go, 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 go. There's so much, there's so many holidays, there's so much going on. It can be very overwhelming, but I just love how cutesy it is. I love all the fall vibes. Hi. Did my eyes change color? No. My eyes are still the same color. I'm just working on some more squares for my blanket. Maybe I'll drape it back here so we can see. You gotta get a dog then, John. Then you'll always have a little snuggle bug. Right? Which is like disturbing. You go to Michael's and like the Christmas stuff is out and you're like, why? Like that can wait. I don't think anyone's prepping for Christmas right now unless you're like a Christmas creator, but football and coffee. Yeah, and football, there's lots of that in the fall. Or do you mean like soccer football? Soccer, okay. Well, soccer is in the fall as well, right? Crazy. Yeah, gonna be 2027. That's wild. 2027. I don't like 7 so much because 7's such a harsh number. But maybe it'll be a good year. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm gonna design one more Halloween pattern and then I have to switch over to Christmas patterns because I'm not gonna be able to have them done in time and out to people and like have people test them and all that stuff. Like by the time I get that done, the season will be over. So it's crazy. Oh, thank you. But 7 is just like very it seems so severe of a number. You know? 7 is purple, Thursday, all those things, right? What? You think so? I don't know. I'm from Canada. You can make an omelet. Okay. Guys, and Chimmy, if you're still here, I went on YouTube and I watched an episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark? And it was so god awful. I watched the one where she had like a stalker, or like a secret admirer, and then it ended up being like this ghost that was actually trying to stalk her mom, that like I think the dad and somebody else accidentally killed in the wood shop at school. I'm just like, what is this storyline? It was so bad. Oh, baby triceratops, that's so cute. Why is this one not going up, you guys? No, that sucks. I'm so sorry that you're sick. I gotta figure out some things to do for my immune system to not get sick this year, because I cannot afford to be sick. I can get sick in November and on, but not before then. But yeah, I watched that. I think I watched another. Also, I had no clue that, what's her face? Oh my God. I can't remember her name, but she's like iconic in Canada. But some of the actors, I'm like, wait, these people were in Are You Afraid of the Dark? Like, this is crazy. What's the other one you guys told me to watch? Because I might have looked that one up as well and watched it. Like, I know I watched 2. The price of wool? It depends. Typically, I guess like $10 to like $40. Are You Afraid of the Dark? What the hell was the other one that we were talking about? I don't think I watched Goosebumps. Maybe I just watched 2 episodes of Are You Afraid of the Dark? Oh, thank you for the little star. Laughing in the dark. Oh, maybe it was like one of the animated ones, like Freaky Stories. Maybe I meant to watch that one. Or like Tales from the Crypt Keeper. Crypt Keeper or Creeper, I don't know. But like as a kid, that was so incredible to watch. Okay, my 2 little rounds are done. I know, Jesse, it's been a very long time. I actually don't know when the last time was that I live streamed. Like crocheting, I've been doing this for over 10 years. My shirt is so wrinkly. I also think I shrunk it and now it's very uncomfortable. Ugh. Everything feels very uncomfortable today. I just can't get comfy. What's new with you, Jesse? I am working on granny squares for this blanket that I'm making. I do think, you guys, that I might transition away from live streaming. I don't know. It's been fun, but I might only do it like every once in a while, which I know is probably not going to be like very good. I feel like the less you do it, the less people come and watch. I'm going to have to build it into my schedule though. Just because it's hard to do everything and I really don't know. Like I know I was live streaming when I was working before, but I don't know how I'm going to do it all now. I really want to build my channel up and have more long form videos on there. Bye-bye. I feel like it's fun to like check in every once in a while. Because there's some of you guys that like always come back, and I feel like we have pretty funny chats sometimes. And I like chatting about like all the nostalgic Canadian stuff or just nostalgic stuff in general, but it is very difficult to manage everything. But I figured tonight, like I have time tonight. I'm born in Canada. Oh, thank you. I do have a lot going on. You know what I think it was? Like the last couple of live streams before this, I started not really enjoying it. But before that, there was like, I felt like there were some really good ones. It was on a good track. And then, I don't know, sometimes you just have like a live stream and the people that are there are just not the vibe. And sometimes it just gets very annoying to be dealing with some of those people. And like you can only mod so many out of them, you know? Like you can try, but I don't know. Yes, there are only so many hours in the day. It's just like, it's hard to believe that it's not some form of trolling, even when it's just like, oh, you're so, like, I know people are going to be like, oh, what a terrible comment to get. Like, oh, you're so beautiful, you're so pretty. But it's like, just, who cares? Like, how many times do you have to, like, comment it? It just gets to a point where it just feels like, I don't know, it's just annoying. And it's like, okay, move on. Like, talk about something else. Do you know what I mean? And then, I don't know, sometimes it's just, like, weird vibes and I don't know, it just like ruins it. Whereas I like when it's more like conversation focused and the comments are just like normal questions or whatever. Like it gets really annoying when it's like, are you married? Are you married? Oh, I would take you out on a date. Oh, we could go do, it's like, no, I'm not on here to date anyone. I am engaged to be wed. Like, what are those people doing? What are those people doing? Please. Those people need to get off their computer and go out into the real world and learn proper communication skills and take a course on how to ask questions or something. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? It just gets annoying after a while. It's just not what I want my stream to be about. Like, it's like when people enter the stream, they're like, what's this about? It's like, oh, I don't know. Did the millions of balls of yarn not give it away? Like, I'm crocheting, I'm knitting. That's what it's about. And it's about, we talk about movies and we talk about whatever. Like, we don't need to talk about relationship statuses. Do you know what I mean? That's all. So sometimes I just like, it gets exhausting, and yeah, I don't know. Anyways, that's my little rant on it. I know, I just saw that. Yeah, I'm not wearing it because sometimes it gets tangled like in my yarn, and it's like a sensory thing for me. Also, when it's like hot and cold, my hands swell quite a bit, so I don't really love wearing it. Congratulations to your sister. Oh, Olive's having a little dream. No, it's just like there's just more interesting things to people than their looks. But I understand, and like people love to tell me that people are only watching all of my content all over the place because of how I look. And you know what? I hope that people actually watch because, one, perhaps they like my personality, and two, perhaps they like the things that I'm making. But yeah, I know. And that's why I'm like, I know I'm not the only one. And that's why it's like, I'd rather have somebody come on here and troll me for my uneven eyebrows or my big nose or whatever, like that kind of stuff, than come on here and be like, are you married? Do you have a boyfriend? Are you single? Like, you know? Like the guys that come in here and they're like, can you fart on my face? And you're like, really? But like that at least is a little bit funnier than, are you married? Oh, thank you. I might mix this up, like change how I do it, but I'm also kind of trying to work through my stash, and maybe I'll do something different on my shelves. Right now I'm working on a granny square blanket. So I'm making my little dream blanket, which is this like retro looking granny square blanket. And that's what I'm working on. Okay, but when I went into her stream, I felt like maybe she has really good mods. I felt like her chat was really, really clean, and it felt like it was like a lot of crochet focus, but again, maybe I just caught her on a good day, right? Really, I just get very shocked when people are like, oh, are you from England? It's like, what part of my voice? However, my friend FaceTimed me today, and I don't even remember what I said to her. Oh, I was like, I'm trying to be productive. And she's like, why do you sound Southern? And I'm like, what do you mean? So I don't know. Maybe my voice just sounds different all the time. Passionate Kelsey, I believe, is her stream. I know, I like it too. And I'm excited because I have these vintage Halloween die cuts. They're like vintage reproduction. And they make a little banner, and I think I'm probably gonna do a video like decorating my craft room or something like that. And I felt like they kind of like go quite well together. So when I finally finish this and then I can decorate for Halloween, like I think these will be very cute and go very well with the blanket, right? Yeah, it's giving like fall vibes, which I love. So I feel like that's so cute. I love all the vintage Halloween stuff, and I have this huge witch over there, which I will show you guys in another video. And I have a little cat one. It's adorable. It's very adorable. So I feel like I'm just trying to figure out like my color palette for in here, but I definitely I kind of want to make this room look like a vintage basement. Do you know what I mean? Macrame, yeah. Oh, there's like a car show. Oh, maybe there's a big car show tomorrow. And so right now all of the old cars are going down the street and they're all like honking. They're like doing like their own little car parade. It's actually really cute. Oh, they're so nice. I have such a good view because I'm up so high. That's so cool. I guess maybe they do the little parade and then they must park their cars tonight or something. I would definitely show you guys, but I'm not showing my location, so. That's so fun. Everybody's honking. That's so cool. I think fall is just like an easy aesthetic for crochet because typically you're crocheting like warm, things to be like warm, right? I like a more retro kind of kitschy vibe. Like that's kind of what I like. Sorry guys, this is very like distracting. It's so cute though. All the neighbors are out on the corner watching and stuff. Oh, and there's like little kids waving at all the cars. It's so funny though. There's like all the vintage cars going by and then it's like a brand new car that's just like stuck in the flow of traffic. No, I'm not gonna have candy for Halloween. Well, I am, but I'm actually getting married on Halloween this year. So, yeah, I'm gonna have a candy bar because you can't have Halloween without candy, but I'm gonna be getting married and having a wedding. No, I'm not gonna show you guys my street. Thank you. It was a very last minute decision to have a Halloween wedding this year. I think I decided to do that like maybe a couple of weeks ago, like 3 or 4 weeks ago. So. Can you guys hear the cars? Chewy's putting himself to bed, I guess. Okay, bye, bud. I don't think he likes all the honking. Is there a Friday the 13th this year? Oh, do you? Yeah, they go by and they... It's kind of cute though. Sorry if it's annoying. Oh, that's awesome. You know what? I do think about that all the time. Like, obviously people love doing their summer weddings, but watching all of the men sweat to death in their suits and their like long shirts and things like that, I'm like, that must be so uncomfortable. I also hate just like being sweaty at an event like that where you're trying to like look your best. So I do think a fall winter wedding. My other thing that I wanted to do was either New Year's Eve wedding, just because I feel like at my age, nobody does anything for New Year's anyways, and it would be kind of like a fun thing to do on New Year's. I just got worried about like if it were to snow, and for me that was just too much of like a risk to take. But I thought it would be really beautiful to have like little Christmas trees without ornaments and stuff, but just with like the lights and stuff. I thought that could be a very beautiful wedding. Hi, Victor. It's so funny because everyone's like, wait, so are we wearing a costume? But I just said the dress code is all black. And no costumes, but I'm like, honestly, at the after party portion, if somebody wanted to put a costume on, like, I really don't care. Because it's not so much like a formal wedding. We're going to elope and then we are just going to celebrate after, so. Are you being for real? Chest lights? I don't know. We've put the invite out and we're waiting to hear back. I'm predicting maybe like 100 people will be there. I mean, that sounds kind of like you want to do something else with my nails, but I did go natural because I am trying out a more bridal nail. So I did a French, but a French ombre. I do. Well, you know what I figured too? And I was talking, so I'm like trying to think with all the beeps, but I can't. I wasn't going to say anything about my relationship status, but it's getting to that point where it's just like, I've amassed too many male followers and people that are like trying to find me on social media and stuff like that and like kind of overstep. And so I'm like, you know what? I think it's time to actually set a clear boundary. Like I'm not here to be someone's love interest, right? We're not here for that. And so I'm like, I also want to share content around that because I do love, like I do a lot of Halloween focused content and I'm doing a lot of DIY for my wedding and I don't want to feel like I have to hide that aspect of it. No, you're not blocked. We can see you. But yeah, that's all. I probably won't share a whole lot of my personal life. This basically is my life. I'm not gonna lie. Right, Chew? But yeah. Yeah, this is Chewy. Chewy had a dental done last week and it cost me $1,200 to get his teeth cleaned. He was like, oh, you're planning a wedding? Let me just throw in another expense for $1,200. You can handle that. I don't know. People do it. People do it. And that's why I'm like, it's probably not even like real, but people just do it. I know he wants me to. I know. I've had that question before too, where I've even said, like, I'm engaged, and then people are like, well, how serious is it? I'm like, people are so annoying. Maybe. But, like, the chances of somebody from YouTube, like, getting with you, you know, like, pursuing that, probably very slim. But anyways, I posted about that and my fiance was like, yeah, if you want to post about it, post about it. So I put that in my last video. Oh my God, do I have a giant split end? I think I do. And I asked people if they wanted to even like see content around that, and some people do, so. I mean, I'm sure people have, but I think that's when like both people are maybe like on camera kind of thing, you know? I don't think like some random person from the comments, maybe, I don't know. I have no clue. My fiance is modding right now, I think, I hope. This is very true. This is very true, Victor. These cars are crazy. I wonder how long it's going to go on for. I'm very sorry if it's annoying as well. Some of the horns are so funny sounding. Sound like cartoons. Okay, 3 rounds done. Does he own a company? No. Well, yesterday we had a crazy thunderstorm. It was very, very intense. We've had thunderstorms before, but it wasn't really like that. It was like the whole house shook. when the thunder hit. And I think actually lightning started a fire kind of nearby as well. And so, of course, we had thunder, lightning, and then pouring rain for about 10-15 minutes. And then after that, it all went away, and it was so hot and it was so muggy and terrible yesterday. It was gross. But today has been nice and cool. It hasn't been that bad. It's been like, we had a really rainy summer, and then we had some like sweltering hot days, but nothing that bad. Like even we didn't put on AC downstairs at all this year, just in the bedroom to sleep. Yeah, my fiance's single. Brain rot? Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I guess it depends. When you scroll through some of the live streams on YouTube, it is a little odd. I feel like the other people on here that like engage with the chat, they only do it like because they're paying them. Do you know what I mean? So it'll be like, okay, well, if you want me to do that, then send me money. And it's like, what? This is so weird. Like, I'm just here to kind of crochet and pass the time. That's weird. Who does that, chest lights? Oh, he's so cute. Anyways, though, have you guys watched any good TV shows or movies lately? You finished it already? What pattern are you following? Oh, thank you, Victor. That was very nice of you. I actually kind of think people do value marriage still. I think what happens is like what we see on social media is just very like skewed version of reality, and yeah, I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. All I know for sure is that I have a very great partner and I would never ever want to be single again and trying to look for something else because I'm just very happy with what I have. Oh, okay, that's cool. Kind of like modifying them to get what you want. I like that. Well, I feel like nobody should marry unless they truly love the person. It's called Nimrods. Let me look that up. Is that with like, yes. Okay, I've seen the trailers for that. It actually looks really funny too. I do want to see that as well. I'm currently rewatching Widow's Bay. I don't know if you guys saw the like event they just put on for the show, but it was incredible. Wow, 50 years, that's a long time. I feel like my grandparents have been married a very, very long time too. I was just at the care home and they were talking about it. I was like, oh my God. I think like over 60 years. 75. Wow. Well, because like people got so married so young too before, right? Which is just nuts. I remember like shortly after high school, maybe a couple years, like some people getting married and having kids and like to each their own, but I was like, oh my God, we're literally babies. What do you mean? Which is just crazy to think of, like your parents even like, you guys were children. Like it's wild. Widow's Bay. Oh, you have to watch it. It's like the perfect balance of like horror and comedy. And it's this perfect little world that they've created. And it makes you want to go and live in Widow's Bay, even though it's a total disaster over there. But it's like everything. Yeah, that's just wild. See, I feel like I had no clue what I was doing at 22 and like couldn't make a decision like that to save my life. Like, what? Yeah, it's crazy. Oh my goodness. That's quite the age gap for your kids, but honestly, that's kind of cute. Because then your older kid can help take care of the baby too. It's very true. Yeah. Makes it harder. Sphere movie? Yeah, exactly. Like most women, yeah, didn't even work. Stay home, take care of the kids. Wild times. Wild times. It's on Tubi? Okay. I started watching some stuff on Tubi and I actually really like it. I have to make an account though because it doesn't save where I am in anything. I actually was planning tonight to watch Ready or Not 2. So I might do that. But then I was like, should I watch Ready or Not, the first one? Just to like refresh my memory on what's all happened. What's that website that you could go to? Was it like Cliff Notes or something? I wish there was like a website like that, but for movies, so that you could like watch a quick little recap, all the important stuff, and then you could move on. Honestly, yeah, I know. I always said that when I was living at my parents'. I'm like, can I not just be a stay-at-home daughter? And I was a stay-at-home daughter for a little bit. And I would cook for my family. I would clean the house. We had 8 animals at the time, so I would care for all the animals. And I would do the laundry, like all that stuff. And I'm like, this is how I'm paying my way right now because I'm not ready to go and have a job. I don't want to ask Gemini or ChatGPT. Oh, really? So, but if I made an account and I watched a movie and I stopped at like an hour, if I went back to watch it, would it restart me at an hour? Right? I honestly loved it because I would do all of my chores, and deal with all the dogs, and then I would like watch a movie and wait for everybody to get home. I would make different things all the time. So at the time, my parents both had their own businesses, so they were working like literally all the time, and my brother was still in high school. I don't know where my other 2 siblings were. So sometimes it was just like what my mom picked up and she's like, okay, you make this tonight. So it would be like cabbage rolls or something, or I would find recipes and my mom would just like go out to the store, pick up the ingredients and I would just make it. So sometimes I would make like homemade kind of like enchiladas or wraps, or I would make like a meatloaf dinner, or I would make some sort of different kind of spaghetti. I feel like at the time I was trying out like different recipes that I would find. Just whatever. For a woman who will support me financially. Yeah. Wouldn't that be great? Who said 3 cats, 4 dogs, and a tortoise? Is that what you had? That's a lot. I think I had 6 dogs, 2 cats, and then sometimes my brother's friend would bring like a puppy over for me to watch as well during the day. But no, I know some people do. I think it just looks like my wrist is going fast and I'm doing a lot, but I'm really not. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I would just do like really easy things like tacos. So it was just like prepping veggies or whatever. I also used to bake a lot. I liked baking more than cooking. So I would always find like a good recipe to bake, especially in like the colder months. I loved that. My mom claims this never happened. She seems to like have erased this period of time from her memory. But I do remember, I think when I was maybe like 21, 22-ish, 21 maybe? I think 21, maybe 20. Anyways, whatever. I had met somebody, and so I wasn't home a whole lot because I was going and like hanging out with people and doing stuff like that. And then I wasn't there to make dinner, and everybody was noticing that I wasn't there to make dinner. And I was like, well, I am an adult, so yeah, for your posture. Oh, yes, yes, yes. I know I need to try the pillow thing. Just need to get used to it. I think I'm just like not into it right now because it's so warm. So just like the thought of having something else on my lap plus this little heater, like, oof, it's a lot. But I definitely am going to try that. That or I'm just going to like duct tape my shoulder down into my arm. I'm actually the youngest daughter. I have an older brother, an older sister, then it's me, and then it's my younger brother, but yeah, selective memory, especially when it comes to like all these helpful things I did for you, right? I only sell my patterns. So you can find them, there's a link in my bio, or on Etsy, you just go to Kits Knits Co. I can't believe these cars are still going. Yeah, they're great in the winter, but they're very, very warm in the summer. Too warm. Yes. You know what? I find my voiceover videos actually don't do very well at all. They're probably like my lowest viewed videos. I'm not too sure why. Maybe people don't like the sound of my voice. I don't know. I posted a video on how to price crochet and people rip me to shreds. People tell me all the time, I'm not allowed to charge for the hour. I'm not allowed to charge for this. I can't charge for that. You have to just charge what you think it's worth, basically. So people wouldn't agree. Like if I were to sell this pillow that I made, this took me 3 hours to make and it uses quite a bit of yarn. So I would probably have to charge for this pillow minimum $50. And that's like honestly cheap. So I don't have clothing to show at a fashion show. Yeah, that's sometimes how I feel too. Like I just want to keep things for myself, but then I also get into like, oh, I want to remake it differently, and then I don't want to have multiples of something, you know? Yeah, exactly. It's just like finding people who actually like believe in like handmade, crafted things, you know? Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna join this square. Oops, I need that too. I'm not sure how many I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna start with 6 in a row. I do have a regular job, yeah. I don't do this full time yet. Yeah, so true. $15 is so cheap. People are crazy. People are absolutely crazy. I know, but sometimes it's hard, and sometimes you're just like, oh, okay, I just want to sell it and be done with it. And then, like, the longer you hang on to something, sometimes too, you're just like, well, what is it really worth now? But I don't know. That's the one part that I am like okay with not selling finished items anymore because of that. But I don't know, I might do markets again. Oh my God, like somebody gave it to the person and then they just donated it to a thrift store. They didn't keep it. That's why I'm like so afraid to give things away sometimes or like gift it. You know what I do is I will look at what my fellow makers are pricing things at and kind of like price according to that too, just to make sure, one, I'm not like undercutting any of my fellow makers and that I'm in the ballpark and all that stuff, even though it is kind of like subjective, but oh my God, that is so awful. For my Frankenstein plushie, I think I would charge like maybe minimum 150. At least for the jacket version. And then I think for the non-jacket version, I would probably do 125. Canadian, by the way. At the end of the day, though, and like this is where like people on that video are trying to constantly tell me what I can and can't do when it comes to charging and like pricing things in my business. It is your business. You can do whatever you want. You can charge however you want. You can charge as much as you want. You can charge as little as you want. It's your business. There's no like crochet police. Charge what you want. Charge how you want. Doesn't matter. Oh, like the jack-o'-lantern? Okay, some of these cards are going a little cray-cray. Exactly. And people are like, no one's going to pay that. It's like, newsflash, buddy. There's a buyer for everything. If it's what somebody is looking for and you've presented your work to actually be worth that, and it's reflected in the quality and the craftsmanship, there will be a buyer for it. Somebody's going to see the value in it. So I don't know who these losers are that are like, you can only charge $2 an hour. Like, no, not me. Couldn't be me. There's a car show tomorrow, and so I guess tonight they're doing like this whole parade of all the vintage cars. So they're going along the street, I guess, before they go and go to like the downtown area and park, and yeah, so they're just like parading around. Is it that loud? It's like, it literally, that reminds me of, have you guys seen like the Hinge videos where people send voice notes and it's like, hey David, yeah, I'd love to meet up. Oh my God. And then it's like, ear! And they play like this car getting into a car accident sound. Yes, you have to make a Jack or Jackie. Even the mini, it'll go way faster too. You know, it's a bunch of like hot rods and like vintage cars. Yeah, bad night to choose to do a live stream, hey? No, I know. Is it that loud? This mic really picks that stuff up, hey? I thought this was supposed to be like a noise filtering, like noise cancellation microphone, but I guess not. That's so funny. I don't know if there's any paying off Canada's debt. I don't know why they do this on this street. Especially because there's a lot of like speed bumps and stuff. So you'd think with like a lot of these like vintage hot rods and stuff, you wouldn't want to be going over all these speed bumps, but what do I know? Yes, I live in Canada. I mean, I think this is like a city orchestrated like thing that they're doing. But there's like people out there like watching and they're like beep, like, you know, like honk honk and things like that. So I don't know, I guess it's like a cute little fun thing for the community. Getting people excited for the car show tomorrow. Maybe that will help bring people out. Because that one was intense. It's cute though. Like a lot of the neighborhood's just out there watching. It's kind of cute. Okay, I've got about half an hour more. I wonder how much I can do. Hopefully I can finish another square. Now we've got 5, I think, if I can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's pretty big already. I don't think I'd want it like wider than 6. I don't know how big to make this blanket. The good thing about the way that I'm joining it together though is that I can make it, like I can keep building on the sides if I want to. Oh, you've got family all over. A true Canadian car? I have no clue. I feel like I'm used a lot of this dark color already, which means I'm probably gonna have to place another order. UFC? No, is UFC like on right now? I haven't watched UFC in years, so I think more like a couch blanket, but I want it to be like super cozy and like you can wrap it around you and there still be like excess, you know? Okay, time for me to uncross my legs because I'm losing circulation. Sorry, Chewy. I honestly just like kept practicing over and over and watching videos, and that's how I learned. Yeah, true, true. No, how do you celebrate Labor Day? No, I can't make you a suit. I learned to knit in jail. That's so funny. There's actually a program here where I believe they teach inmates how to knit, which is very cool. I mean, if you're going to be stuck in jail all day, but you can knit or crochet, not bad. Not bad at all. I mean, it's still bad, but it's a good way to pass the time. And you've got nothing but time to pass, right? What is knits for kids? Yeah. I think I believe it's for a women's jail or prison. I think. And it's like, you know what? Why not learn a skill? At least you feel like you're also being a little bit productive because I believe they might donate the knitwear. But I can't really speak to that because I don't know all the facts, so don't quote me on this, you guys. I'm making my blanket. Do I prefer knitting or crocheting? It really depends. It really depends. I think for the most part, I really do love crocheting because I feel like I personally have so much more freedom in crocheting. Sorry, I'm trying to move this down a bit. But again, it depends what I'm making because I prefer knitted garments over crocheted. But I like crocheted blankets over knitted ones, you know? So it depends what you're making. It's starting to get dark earlier now. Is it Salvation Army? Oh, okay. No, I don't know if we have that specifically, but I know that there's a lot of programs in our hospitals that do things like that for like babies and whatnot. I have, and I don't do well with stationary bikes because it's just way too much on my legs, and I have issues with my legs. I used to try to walk on my walking pad while I was knitting or crocheting, but again, my hands swell almost immediately when I start exercising, so that gets very painful. And then also when your hands get like kind of clammy and you're working with something, I find that's kind of gross. So this guy here, I don't know, I think he might be like 8 years old. You have a posting schedule? I don't have a posting schedule. I am the worst. I'm trying to do for YouTube videos. I'm really trying to hold myself to doing one a week, but that's pretty hard to do. And then Instagram, honestly, I try to do a couple a week, but sometimes I just don't have any ideas, and sometimes I just don't have the energy to actually like sit down and film stuff. So I kind of just post when I want to post. I look like a potato today, like. Yeah, the potion bottle was so cute. I would definitely make another one of those. It worked up really, really fast, and it's so cute, and I feel like it fits into my little Halloween character display so well. I love that, and it's a free pattern. Like, that's so cute. I've been crocheting for 10 years. Oh, thank you. I need to turn on my light, but it's kind of far. Hi, I'm good. How are you? I feel like it's been so long. Really? Oh, like to give them away for Halloween? I've seen people do that, and apparently the plushies were a big hit, but I just feel like financially, I don't know if I could do that. What? Oh my God. How was your trip though? You went on that trip with your friend, right? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. My best Halloween memory? I don't know. I just used to love, we would go trick-or-treating around the neighborhood, and then we would always go to my uncle's house, and they lived on the ocean. And we would do fireworks there. So we'd always do like a firework display. So that was always fun. After going trick-or-treating, we'd go to their house, and yeah, it was always just a really fun night. And I loved at school doing the Halloween parade, where everyone would come into the gym, and then like class by class, you would walk across the stage and you could see everybody's costumes. I loved that. And we would also go home in elementary school, like at lunchtime, and like you'd come to school, but you wouldn't be wearing your costume. And then after that, like at lunchtime, you would go home and get in your costume and all that kind of stuff, and then you'd be good for the rest of the day. What about you guys? Oh, good. I know I haven't been going live very often. I was saying on here earlier, like I don't know if I'm gonna continue. I will maybe if like the vibes change a little bit, but I find it's been bringing in the wrong audience for me, and it's not the audience that I want to cultivate for this channel. So we'll see. No, what? They weren't allowed to wear costumes to school? That's so weird. I like think back about it now though, like there was obviously parents that couldn't afford to like, you can't just get off work and like come pick your kid up in the middle of the day and take them home and get them all ready and then drop them off, like, you know. That must have been hard for some families. My mom worked from home sometimes, so. Oh, well, my plan is to continue like popping in on here every once in a while. Like I still want to try for once a week. I think when I was doing 3 times a week, it was just getting to be a lot, and I was putting too much on my plate trying to balance everything. So I think once a week would be like a better schedule for me. Probably during the week though. I think like like once I'm back to work, I think a 7:30 to 10:30 stream once a week. Like I can do that because I won't really be editing too much. But the thing is, like, I'm also trying to balance all my health as well. And I really want to stick to my workout schedule that I've created where I am working out in the evenings. And I don't want to sacrifice, what's the word? Like, I feel like I'm not like cutting myself short, but like, I don't know, cheating myself of things that really help me in order to like do things for, like, to make other people happy. And I don't want to be like selfish, but I also need to like take time for myself as well. But that being said, I do plan to publish some more like long form, like weekly long form as well. So I think it will all kind of like balance out in the end. Yeah, and I think it's so important to like do things outside of this as well. Exactly. And like that's my goal right now, is to just like be healthy and fully, like, I do believe that that will be like my full, like my way to become fully, I don't know, like not recovered, but, and not remission, but sometimes they say that with like POTS, you can have these like remission periods. But I do think like having like stronger muscles and all that stuff will really help everything in my body that's not functioning very well. Because that's what I've been seeing so far, and I don't want to, what is the word? I can't think of it. I don't want to cheat myself of that just to like post one more time a week. Do you know what I mean? McKenna Grace, she's so cute. Yes, but I feel like I don't really anymore because I've been doing so well, and like I don't really notice my symptoms anymore, which is another reason why I want to like keep going on this like healthy workout journey. I honestly, when did I last go? I think my last flare up was like May, maybe. Yeah, so it's been a long time. Probably because I haven't been on here in so long. And so I think YouTube is like, whatever, we're not pushing you out. I also don't know if it's like it's summer kind of thing, if people just aren't like watching YouTube a ton, if people just don't care to watch tonight. I don't really know. Sometimes it's super low and sometimes it's totally fine. I'm not too worried about it. I just like that, like, my consistent viewers like come back and then we can have our little catch up, and then, you know, that's that. Yeah, I feel like some people, you know, there's such varying degrees to it. I would say mine was pretty brutal in the beginning, and it's very, very slowly decreased and gotten so much better. But for some people, like, to be bedbound and stuff is just awful. That I can't even imagine, like, if it was that bad for me, I think I would be in a very dark place. But that's why I always said, like, having something like crochet that I can do sitting down, laying down, like a relaxing activity, like it really truly did help so much. And even just like the peace of mind, like this is a way I can earn money if I can't consistently go to a job anymore. I was very lucky that my mom was my boss at my full-time job, and so she was very accommodating for me, but it felt awful to have to be asking for accommodations. I haven't been streaming in a long time. Maybe I didn't put on the subscriber only mode tonight, so I don't think I probably got very many subscribers tonight, but who knows? I'm working on that my long form game. That's what I kind of want to focus more on. No, I still am working at my same job. I was lucky I got all of July off though. No, they're still going. The cars are still going. Thank you. I feel like, I think I might switch. I've been just editing on iMovie, but I think I'm going to switch over to CapCut and see if that maybe helps with like the creative aspect, a little bit more of editing. I feel like iMovie is quite basic and I'm a little bit limited in it. And so I'm still trying to find my editing style without like mimicking other people's videos. Like I very much want it to be like me and not just like, oh, I see other people doing this in their videos, so I'm going to do that too. Like that's what I'm kind of, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying. Yeah, I know, but I think it has some more features that would be helpful, as long as it's not like difficult to learn. Can you do text inside of CapCut? Because that's one thing I hate about iMovie, is that I do all of my text in Canva and I have to, you know, save that as a picture and then overlay it, and it's kind of annoying. Yeah, so that I think would be a lot better to be able to do that. More fonts, things like that. So it would probably be a lot less time consuming for some of the editing that I do. Like I still keep my videos very basic. I have seen people complain that like videos are way over edited now. And so I don't know. I think I'm just going to stick to kind of how I do it, but I think like maybe mixing in some fun transitions or whatever. Yeah. I think I'm gonna try it out. I mean, it's worth a try, right? Thank you. Thanks for being here. I'm probably just gonna finish this square and then I'm gonna skedaddle because I have some laundry to finish and then I'm gonna do my workout. And then I think I'm gonna try to get to bed early tonight so I can watch a movie and get a good sleep and be refreshed for tomorrow because I'm filming a tutorial tomorrow. You're knitting gloves. What pattern are you using? No, I'm not taking my hair down. 24-hour stream, are you kidding? Do people ever do that? I feel like that's insane. Hi. People stream for 24 hours? What? Why do they want to do that though? Like, why would you sleep on the stream? I'm good, how are you? That is so bizarre. They just like are seeing how much they can monetize in one day or what? You know, I would do that for a child in the hospital. The thing is, I think that some of the restrictions are a little complicated for it. Yes. Routines are important too. People like sleep streams, like people want to actively look to watch people sleeping. I mean, I believe it, but that's so weird. That's so weird. Oh, okay. So it's like, okay, we're going to do this 24 hours. I could see that, but that would be really difficult. I don't think I could stay up for 24 hours. I think I would get violently ill. I haven't made a small Frankie yet. That probably would be a really fast way to get your watch hours. I see everybody's freaking out right now about getting their watch hours because it's changed. It's going to be changing to 8,000. Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, I believe it. Yes, I think if I had to crochet for 24 hours straight, but like I also think if I was like, hey guys, I'm doing a 24-hour crocheting live stream, like I'm sure people would probably tune in to see how much I crochet in 24 hours. But yeah, I'd probably have to go to the doctor after that to like put my hands in a cast or something. Oh my goodness. Good morning. What time is it for you? I maybe could. I feel like there was a time when I could stay up for 24 hours. I used to like never sleep. In high school, it was really, really bad. I just could not sleep. I would go to bed at like 5 a.m. and then I would wake up at 7 or 8 a.m. and try to get ready for school. There's still more cars going. Yeah, lots of caffeine, but I can't even have lots of caffeine. Oh my God, monsters. Yeah, no, I would be in the hospital for sure, like one sip. I don't know, I just could not. It was a long period of time where I could not sleep at all. Yeah, that's my dog. He's flashing, you guys. Even like sleeping pills would not work for me. Like I hated it. I hated sleeping pills because it would like shut my body down, but then my brain would still be going, and then you're just like sitting there like, great. My favorite sport? I don't know. I used to play basketball, so maybe that, but I don't ever watch it. No, you already asked me about my nails. Shoot. Wow, you dozed off. You're still here? I like how Chewy's just airing it all out right now. Also, you guys, I've been trying to embrace my pale. And I can't do it anymore. I just can't. I really, honestly, truly hate it. I go outside and it's like glow in the dark. I need some tanner. He's had a tough puppy day, yeah. Okay. Ooh. That's cool. Like, you literally went out when it was dark out? One time I did a kayak trip. Was it a lake? Creek? A lake? I think it was a lake. And we went to like this crazy little channel, and then we kept going until we found like a spot on land, kind of. It was very bizarre. And we picked this one spot because nobody else was there. And then we quickly found out nobody else was there because the water kept rising and rising and rising, and we would put sticks in the sand. And we're like, okay, if in an hour it reaches the stick, we'll go. And then it would like reach that in like half an hour. And I was like, okay, we're probably gonna wake up in water. And the whole night I just felt like I was soaked. We had like no heat. It was freezing. It was miserable. I don't know why I went on that trip. It was absolutely terrible. It was like an overnight camping trip, and yeah, I absolutely hated that. Yeah, and then they're like, oh, there's probably bears here. I'm like, perfect. We're gonna drown and there's bears. That's crazy going out on the water in the dark though. But that would be really cool to watch. I feel like a lot of people would watch that. For sure. Yeah, I mean, it was definitely like a really funny trip. We were all huddled around a citronella candle for warmth, and it was so toxic smelling. And oh, it sucked because obviously you're getting there in a kayak. All of our stuff got so wet, and I'm pretty sure my sleeping bag was soaked. And so that did not help at all. And I was just miserable, and there were so many mosquitoes everywhere, and I'm like, yeah, I prefer the great indoors. So yeah, the lemony scent. Yes, I did. I finally reached 8,000 sales on Etsy. My goal is 10,000 by the end of the year. I don't know if I'll do that, but that would be freaking amazing. I mean, it's crazy though. There's some people on there like 20,000, 45,000, like so many sales on Etsy. And it's like, it's very motivating to see that it's possible. But I'm just like, wow, I wonder what I'm doing differently that doesn't make people want to buy my patterns. However, I know my patterns are kind of niche, and I think that's okay too, because I don't want to be just like making patterns that like everybody else is making. Do you know what I mean? Oh yeah, I bet. Have you found ever a successful mosquito repellent? I find anytime I've ever sprayed any kind of mosquito repellent thing on me, it's attracted them 10 times more. Yeah, I don't either. I feel like the amount of how toxic it is actually worse for you. None of those patches ever work. Yeah, I feel like my last video, my Halloween pattern roundup video, actually did really well for me for sales. I saw a big influx in sales after that. So I think I just have to maybe start tooting my own horn a little bit more, you know? Use YouTube to kind of like build like the relationship and kind of like see me a little bit more and have people want to like support. I don't know. No, I'm right-handed. This is my right hand. I am on TikTok, but TikTok is so hit or miss. I don't think the style of videos that I typically post do well on there. I think TikTok likes more of like the talking videos. So I feel like I would have to start creating a totally different set of videos for TikTok, which is fine, but it doesn't do much for me. I just hit 20,000 followers on Facebook, which was pretty crazy. And I'm hoping by the end of the year I can at least hit 70K on Instagram. Not that it really like means anything for the follower count, but it'd be nice to like see my accounts growing. They've been like kind of stagnant with followers for a while, and it just kind of feels like maybe you're doing the right thing with your content. You know what I mean? Oh, okay. Is TikTok streaming like popular? Oh, it does, hey? Thank you. I'm very hopeful that it will stay on this trend, but yeah. I'm a little nervous because I've put a lot on my plate for this fall. And so I don't know if I'm going to like stress myself out so bad that I flare again, but I think like I'm at least very aware of it, and I'm trying to do as much as possible to like make sure when like big events come up that I'm like prepared and not scrambling at the last minute, but yeah. Oh gosh, okay, so somebody do the math for me. I have 16K. Let's just say I have 10K on here. 20K. And 62.7K. So that's, I think that's what I have right now, I believe. Oh, wow, really? That's pretty good. It's very interesting to see what content does well across different platforms and like what audiences you get. But however, I have been doing this for like, I've had my account since like 2016. Not this one. This one I've only had for maybe like 2 years, but yeah, I've been doing kids knits for 10 years. And then you see some people, you know, just start a crochet account and they're already at like 100,000 followers and they've been doing it. They're like, I just taught myself how to crochet 10 minutes ago. And it's like, oh, I'm so happy for you. But I know it's not about that, so whatever. Oh, good. Over 3 million views on YouTube, really? Thank you. Yeah. You know what? It is what it is. I think at the end of the day, like, I'm just, like, as long as I'm happy with what I'm doing, then that's all that matters to me. Like, just creating content that I'm, like, actually really enjoying making, you know? Oh, that's quite a bit, but I think when you factor in, like, live stream, I don't know if, like, live stream should really, like, count towards that. My name is Princess Nina. I'm getting too dark in here to see what I'm doing. It is 8:11 for me. The neighborhood is so lively tonight. Oh my God. 11 a.m. Thank you, Sandman. Look how dark my hair looks when I put it back. Don't mind my crazy baby hairs. But this would be like my natural color, you guys. This darkness. I guess I should stick to the blonder. I'm working on squares for my granny square blankets. I'm working on my last one right now. Okay, I joined this one. I think I'm gonna do 6 acrylic. across total, so maybe this will be my last one for the width. Yeah, there are kids screaming. Usually at this time they're not really, but I guess it's the weekend, so. There's all that commotion going on with the cars, so I think that everyone's just like out and about. So. You think I'm fast? Oh, I think I'm like kind of average at crochet. I think it just looks like I'm really fast, and I'm just doing a double crochet, and I think it's just like because I have so many turns of my wrist in one movement, which apparently everyone's like, that's so bad. I think that's why it seems so much faster than it really is. Well, I've been doing it for a long time. You know, it's crazy. When I first started, there was this account. Her name was The Hook Nook. I think she's changed over to just being like a tattoo artist account now. But she was like so cool when I started out, and she would crochet like lightning speed. I don't even know how she did it, and she would just be like chilling there, and she'd just be like, "Brr," and I'm like, how do you do that? And I would try so hard to crochet super fast like that because I was like, oh, well, that's got to be the goal. And I never could, and I finally gave that up. But I thought that was so cool how fast she was going. I think it all depends on how you hold your hook, though. A sloth. Do I know words in Spanish? Yeah. Hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Dónde es el baño? En las escuelas, en las bibliotecas. I took Spanish in high school, but that's all gone out of my little brain. None of that was locked in. Yo soy Nina. How would you say, like, you would say, ¿Cuántos años tienes? Is that right or wrong? ¿Cuántos años? I don't know. Like, how old are you? Is that how you say it? Kurt, what the hell's up, man? It's been so long. I can't remember how else to say things. Like, I can remember the chart in my Spanish teacher's class where it'd be like, yo soy, and then it would say something like nosotros, and I don't remember really though. ¿Cuántos años tienes? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Some of it was a little bit tricky. I think Spanish was so much easier though than French because it's quite phonetic, which is really nice. Pendejo. Oh yeah, estoy borracha. What else can I say? Yes, yo soy as I am. Thank you, me too. I mean, I feel like everyone knows. Estoy bien, yeah. You know? Okay, so my uncle used to be married to this women from Costa Rica. And actually, I remember I was going through like the translation book when I was in like the 4th grade when we went to go visit them. And I was reading through them, and it was like something about la diarrhea, and she was like, let's not talk about that. And I was like, okay. But she would always comment on our Facebook posts with that, the J, and I would always read it as ja, 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 even though I know what she's saying, like, ha, 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 ha. She didn't even cut your hair and take a bath tonight. That's a lot. That's a lot. Ooh, you know German? I feel like German would be very hard to learn. Okay, why am I forgetting to do all these chains? This is not good, you guys. Yeah. When I was younger, though, I was like, I don't get why she's doing that. And then finally took Spanish class, and I was like, oh, okay. Very interesting, though. No need for what? Oh, cool. Good, Kurt. I feel like you're always coming in here and you're always saying that, so it seems like you have good intentions with that stuff. How's the rest of your summer been, though? You don't know Spanish, yeah. You can't know every language, right? I mean, some people know quite a bit. My brain does not work like that. You guys, I'm struggling to form thoughts right now, okay? Don't make me mix in another language. I feel like the abbreviations for crochet feel like a different language, though. I don't know. I don't know if my stuff would be high quality enough to be in Scotland. Very busy. Hey, that's good, though. Sometimes it's actually good to have a busy schedule than to have too much time on your hands, right? Some people go a little bit crazy when they have too much time on their hands. But it's good to have balance and have time to relax as well. Okay, that's 6 attached. So far I really like this. And I'm going to keep going on it, but not tonight. Let me look it up. I feel like we have some pretty good, like, authentic, like, Mexican food here, but I don't know. Oh. Over an open fire, like the full animal? That's good, Kurt. Why you go crazy? No, I'm not. I just don't like seeing the animal though, you know? Like, I feel like that's kind of sad, which I know some people are like, if you're going to eat it, you got to be able to look at it, but I don't want to ever see an animal being roasted in front of me, do you know what I mean? Thank you. I did ombre. I went natural this time because I was getting kind of sick of the craziness. Seafood, I don't love like all seafood. It's not my absolute favorite. But I do like some seafood, yeah. Why do I feel like my eyes look so big right now? Is working out new to me? No. I wonder though, like, I'm gonna look up. I want to see the menu. I don't know. Oh, okay. Asado means barbecue? I feel like that'd be a lot of effort. Like, how long does it take? How long do you have to have it on there for? You do that every Sunday, you say? Okay. I'm just waiting to see if anybody responds to me or not. And then I'm going to skedaddle, you guys. Oh, thank you for the heart, or the star, I mean. Yeah. Yarn costs? Yes, they have gone up like everywhere, basically. And where I am, BC, they're adding 7% tax to it as well. Oh my gosh. Nice name, by the way. Oh, cute. I've seen those. Okay, guys. Not really a yarn tax, but before, yarn was exempt from the 7% sales tax. And now they want to add it onto yarn, which I think is the provincial sales tax, which is 7% here. So it used to only be the GST, and now it's going to have the PST on it. So instead of being just 5% tax, it's now going to be 13% tax, 12% tax, 12% tax, which not a crazy big deal. It's just that it's going to probably drive the prices up for a lot of people in my province, at least. The government's being super annoying, and they're putting taxes on things like that. Anything pertaining even to like patterns. So I think I might see that in patterns in my shop. So patterns that are instructions on how to make clothing, they're putting a tax on, as well as, well, it hasn't been voted completely yet, but that's what they're saying they're going to do, as well as anything used to repair or mend clothing. They're taxing that even more. They're putting the PST back onto that. So it's the 7% tax. And then wool, yarn, probably fabric. I don't know if fabric's exempt, but they're putting it on that too. People are trying to get people rallying to, you know, kind of steer them away from doing that. I don't know if that's going to work. I don't know what they, like how they think that's going to be helping anything. Some people's argument is that it's going to force people, instead of wanting to actually repair clothing and like make their clothing last, they're gonna go and just buy more from bigger stores, corporations, go to the mall, buy clothing. I don't know. I really it's a little, I haven't looked into it very much, but yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what people are saying right now about it, Bear Pig. No, I don't. I don't think there's tax on food here. It's just very odd. Yeah, I think it is, and I don't really know why it was tax exempt before, honestly. But it's just unfortunate that they like, are adding it there. I feel like there's other places that they could add it. But I guess in the past I think they did add more tax to like alcohol and things like that too. But again, that kind of deters people from spending so much on alcohol, which is not like a great thing to be consuming large amounts of, right? But like wool, things to repair clothing, like those seem like pretty helpful, positive things, skills we would want to like keep, encouraging. So I don't know. I'm going to have to look into it a little bit more. Yeah, I guess so. Which actually I did get contacted by the CRA that I have to prepay my income tax this year. So that's really fun because I actually would like to hold on to my money for as long as I could before I have to pay the income tax. Also, I don't know what my income tax is going to be. And they're like, no, you're going to pay this amount. You're going to pay this huge lump sum right now, and then you're going to pay another huge lump sum in December. I'm like, oh, cool. Yeah. 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 Yarn's going up a lot, but I said crochet a camel. I don't know how I would manage that, but maybe after seeing the camel that I saw today, my mom needle felted a camel. It's not done yet, but it looks pretty good so far. I know, I do hate that. I mean, I put all my money into, like, anything that I make outside of my full-time job, I put it into an account and I don't touch it until tax time. And then I know that I have all that money. Like, I'm very fortunate that I don't have to try to figure out how much of this extra money to live off of because I don't need it to pay my bills. But yeah, it's very annoying that it's not just like your regular employer that takes off all your taxes and you're good and you can just spend your money how you need to spend it, Yes. Yeah. And I do make sure I have enough money to pay all those things because I would never spend it beforehand. But yes, I do have to go now. Why are my eyes crazy? They do look a little bit bigger than normal right now. I don't know why. Crazy eyes. Okay. Thanks for being here, you guys. I don't know when I'll live stream next. You guys can always, comment on a post or whatever and bug me, be like, hey, go live on this day, and then I can always schedule it in. But yeah, taxes give you crazy eyes. Like, okay. 10K soon, hopefully. Okay. Bye, guys. Have a good night or a good morning wherever you are. Thanks for being here. Thanks for keeping the chat pretty clean. I appreciate it.